Louisiana in 1803. Louisiana now. 5 mass extinctions events, including the Permian, that killed over 95% of ocean animals. Horseshoe crabs. How may I get faith in Christ? I see. Spends 14 years writing an amateur translation of the Bible into the Massachusetts language. The Germans. Stalin's son. Stalin. Do you have any better hostages? When you're a college student in 1833 and your best friend grabs the plate of fish you wanted at the cafeteria, you know the rules. It's time to die. POV. Discovering why Ireland has a drinking culture rather than a food culture. My god, I get it. Who cares about zodiac signs? What's your favorite medieval helmet? Average changing flag to fit political ideology fan. Average keeping the old flag enjoyer. Any person in history trying to conquer British Gibraltar. Monkeys. First French soldier to reach the Loreto Fort. Mexican artilleryman with a cannonball on his hands. Damn it, I hate being on the front. I wish I could be in one of these forts where nothing bad can happen. Meanwhile in Fadevo, I'm so thirsty that I'm licking the moisture on our walls to survive. World War II ends. The British electorate. Oh, you're still here. Get the hell out. World War I be like. Damn, we look so fresh. Yeah, sure. I sure hope we'll be back before Christmas though. 4 years later. Yesterday only 40% of my battalion has been destroyed. The lowest casualties we ever had. Already dead. Wins a couple of battles. Completely fails to achieve any strategic goals. Loses the war. Calls himself the greatest general after Alexander and Pyrrhus to the face of the guy who beat him. Refuses to elaborate. Don't make me tap the sign. The space race was not a race, but a sequence of highly stylized moments to assure their own people of their superiority, to justify imperialistic policies to them. Both sides won. The Iroquois is taught in my social studies class. The Iroquois in reality. Andrew Carnegie. When the extremely wealthy don't use their money to help the public, you're a freaking disappointment. I'm the only true successor to the Roman Empire. People on December 31st 1899 reading that January 1st 1900 will actually be the 20th century. People thinking Atlantis actually exists. Plato using Atlantis as an allegory for greed and vanity. Pythagora inventing Pythagoras theorem. Small clay plate from Mesopotamia. Ashur had requested troops for an exercise. You are to report there. Dasser. Here's your uniform and your gun. Stand in formation and listen to the guy on the horse. What the F is going on? Guy Fawkes. Got any advice for me about planting the gunpowder? If the guard asks you your name and you need an alias, don't use John Johnson, you dumb butt. Robert E. Lee. Seeing all the statues about him. You know, I told your frickers explicitly not to do this. The Chinese Boxer Rebellion, where China tried using martial arts to kick all foreigners out of their country. There is only one thing you need to know about martial arts. Guns beat it every time. Who would win? The whole Europe. One average height French boy. Louisiana in 1803. We are half the size of the USA. Louisiana now. We got swamps and chicken. Winning the revolution against Britain. Becoming president against your wishes. Samuel Pauly, inventing primed ammo cartridges in 1812. I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it. Russia sells Alaska to USA for $7.2 million. USA finds gold and oil there. Russia leaving an advantageous position. Chasing a defeated enemy. You are receiving Nobel Prize for Special Theory of Relativity. General Theory of Relativity. Photoelectric Effect. Average European's iron chain mail and plate armor fan. Average mainland Southeast Asian going into battle practically half naked. Henry VIII after suffering a brain injury whilst jousting. Since England is the villain in history, this is a villain origin story. Letting a religion live in your state peacefully. Writing in an extermination order to kill and expel them from your state. World War II. English golf players. I'll ignore that. Hawaii. Just minding its own business as its own independent kingdom, where people are taught in Hawaiian and receive free healthcare. America in the 1890s, about to take them over, just to pretend to have an empire. Laughs in American. England removal. Britain. Mongolia. Invading places with amazing good, and not bother to bring any of it back. The Spanish holding out for 26 years. Morocco trying to siege Ceuta. Survivors of the Bismarck, when they hear the Polish national anthem. Average military history fan. Average art history enjoyer. He does exactly what I do, but better. Corporate needs you to find the differences between Balder and Christ. Catholic missionaries in Scandinavia. They're the same deuce. Mexican and American diplomats agreeing to settle the border on the orange filter's edge in the 1854 Gadsden Purchase. Salute. Humans are naturally good inside proponents when the concept of you can't just murder anyone you feel like had to be invented. Imperial Japanese Navy. United States Marine Corps. Hating the Imperial Japanese Army. Americans before the 1920s keeping themselves hydrated in the morning. 150,000 Allied troops in Normandy. Rommel celebrating his wife's birthday. We do not have Wi-Fi. Talk to each other. Pretend it's 1917. Spain during the World War I. Egypt. We destroyed your destroyer in international waters during a ceasefire. You know you need to fear me. Israel. 80% of your oil industry doesn't exist anymore. MacArthur. You dropped nukes on Japan. People call you the peacemaker. Truman. I just suggest to drop nuke on Korea. I get fired. That doesn't seem fair. Commander of the 24th Marines 1st Battalion after 2 friendly fire incidents within minutes of each other at Iwo Jima. Alright, who's not dead? Indira Gandhi after declaring emergency. Snip snap snip snap snip snap. France. You won the 100 Years' War. But you could have stopped the modern English language from existing if you lost. Storm Thurmond spends over 24 hours explaining why he's opposed to the Civil Rights Act. The rest of the Senate, 2 hours later. Yeah, well, you know. That's just like your opinion, man. Who would win? 4 of the most advanced fighter jets during the time. 1 inferior fighter bomber piloted by this mad lad. Kingdom of Siam avoiding colonization by dressing like Europeans, hiring European advisors, and embracing European goods. How do you do, fellow Europeans? Israeli F-15s and F-16s. The entire Syrian Air Force that was flying over Lebanon. Public washrooms then. Oh my god, look, Cornelius and Cicero are crapping over there. Let's sit next to them and chat while I empty my bowels. Public washrooms now. Damn, I'm bamboozled. Can't pee anymore. Spartan elections. Athenian elections. Yes, I vote for this. When I'm in a freaking trench in World War I and my opponent is 500 raging lunatics in skirts charging my lines. Serbs and Bosnians are natural enemies, like Serbs and Croatians, and Serbs and Austrians, and Serbs and Kosovans, and Serbs and other Serbs. Damn Serbs, they ruined Serbia. The Eastern Roman Empire, the Western Roman Empire, collapsing following defeat in the First World War. Never ask a woman her age, a man, his salary. King Yangzhou, reason why he brought a giant rice box to the palace in 1762. 10,000 Afghans, 21 Sikhs. Latin American country. I'm going to diversify my economy so I don't have to rely on the producing bananas. The USA. Yeah, I'm French. Okay, then name 15 French rulers. Louis. That's on me. I set the bar too low. France in the 1870s, explaining how the loss of Alsace-Lorraine is a national tragedy. The Ottomans. Visit America to find ways to improve the USSR's railways. See the 9000 class locomotive and decide to one-up it. Build a record-breaking locomotive. It's so big and heavy it destroys rail track and derails. Habsburgs be like. World War I vets, when they thought they were done fighting, but then get sent back to Europe to fight Germans again. Ah crap, here we go again. Ashoka Maurya when he's converted into a hero for centrists, leftists, and right-wing people. I'm playing all sides, so that I always come out on top. Greeks when an English speaks their ancestral tongue. Huchulin. Any man who wishes to marry me must beat me in wrestling. If he loses, he must give me 100 horses instead. Rando simps. Ha, this will be easy. Later. 200,000 horses are ready, with a million more well on the way. The entire world during World War II. Switzerland. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.